probably around.
Time now to meet the participants in our first game of the night. The visiting team on the scoreboard represents Region 4 and comes to the state tournament with a 32-1 record. They're the Warriorettes of White County. The White County reserves include number 4, Jennifer Maynard, number 10, Daniel Webb, number 12, Katie Foster, number 22, Lindsay Floyd, number 23, Christy Blaylock, number 24, Lindsay Kirby, number 42, Heather England, number 43, Aisha Cheney, number 50, Katina Stewart, and number 54, Tanya
on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. We're about to have this basketball game as the starting lineups will be introduced here in a short moments. What they do here at the state tournament, they introduce the entire team, not just the starters. They introduce everybody. Packed house here at the Monty-Hale Arena. Not as many White County fans as I thought there were going to be. Ryan Gooch is with me, and but there's an electric atmosphere in the arena here. The two of the best teams perhaps in the state of Tennessee having to battle it out here in the first round.
David, these really are two of the best teams in the state. And you said there's not as many White County fans. I was really surprised because I thought there was going to be more Oak Ridge fans.
Quite a few students here have made the trip. As I look off to my right, quite a few Oak Ridge fans have made the trip. The crowd behind us is predominantly the White County team. What's kind of interesting about that, they have bought they've bought most of the reserve seats behind us here. We've seen Shelbyville do that in the past before. They buy the reserve seats, and if Oak Ridge were to win this ball game, they have these reserve seats for the rest of the week. So usually they're outside trying to sell their tickets. How do you see this ball game? The Lady Wildcats look a little tight coming into the ball game. Hopefully they can play some excellent basketball. How do you see this game?
This is going to be a rough game for both teams. It's going to be a fight on both ends of the floor. The key for the Lady Wildcats is they have to get not into a running match, but they have to play up-tempo basketball. If they slow the ball game down, it's going to play into White County's game plan. Oak Ridge really needs to play an up-tempo basketball game.
We're just a few minutes away as Miranda Moore and Erin McGinnis shake hands at the center court. Those were two finalists for the Miss Basketball Award. Coach Pruden shaking hands with Steve Holland, the head coach of the White County team. We're about to have basketball for you here from the Monty-Hale Arena on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. White County comes in at 32-1. The Wildcats come in at 30-3. White County won the District 7 championship, both district and tournament. They're also the Region 4 championship team, beating Shelbyville in the championship game 43-34. They've only played 4 common opponents. White County's beaten all of them. Columbia, Bradley, Shelbyville. As common opponents, Lady Wildcats have split. As we're about to have basketball for you, the two teams out on the floor. The Wildcats wearing their all-white jerseys, cardinal numerals. The White County team wearing maroon predominantly jerseys. It'll be more jumping for the White County Lady Warriors. McGinnis for the Wildcats. The ball up tip control by Oak Ridge. With the basketball will come Leah Sharp. Falls down. Then a travel is going to be called. And she was pushed as the Wildcats got the tip. It'll be White County with the basketball. Side court. They'll be moving from left to right as we're just underway here in this state tournament ball game here at the Monty-Hale Arena on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. Down the floor will come their point. That'll be Shelly Shims. Out to the top it goes to Jessie Taylor. Looking inside. They're a good three-point shooting team. The Wildcats coming out in the zone. They look inside more. Can't get the ball to her. Back to the top it goes to Sims. Wildcats playing a 2-3 zone as McGinnis battling on the inside with Candace Mitchell. Here's nearly a steal by Mitchell, saved away by Brock. She comes inside to the left side, driving in for a shot. Blocked by McGinnis, and a foul is going to be called. Not the greatest start in the world for Erin McGinnis. One of the keys that we mentioned, the Lady Wildcats can ill afford to get into foul trouble, especially with Erin McGinnis, as they'll send Miranda Moore to the free throw line.
That's exactly right. Erin McGinnis can't afford to get into foul trouble. She's really the key for Oak Ridge in this ball game. She has to play big.
More to the free throw line. We have no score, 30 seconds into the ball game. Lady Wildcats starting Leah Bird as the free throw is missed. Bounces off the rim. Keisha Mitchell, Erin McGinnis, and Leah Sharp. Second free throw about to be attempted by Miranda Moore. Scoreless ball game here at the state tournament. Toss is good. 1-0 White County. Here come the Lady Wildcats. Brandy Long down the floor for the Lady Wildcats. Brings it across the line and walks. Wildcats have turned the ball over on 2 consecutive trips down the floor. Good trapping defense that time by White County. They just got in the way of Brandy and she turns the ball over.
This hadn't been a very good start for the Wildcats. They look a little bit tight, a little bit nervous. Let's hope they can play out of it.
1-0 White County on top as they work the ball to the left corner. Off it goes to Jesse Taylor. Taylor swings it around the right side to Mitchell. Back to Taylor. They work it inside of Moore. Shot is on its way. Good. 3-0 White County. That time they score. Here comes Brandy down the floor. Brandy throws the ball off the body of one of the White County Warriorettes. 3-0 our score. Oak Ridge basketball. And you're right. The Wildcats look a little tight out there. Sharp will try to work the ball in. Sharp fires it into Bird. Bird looking inside to McGinnis. Backs it up once again to Sharp. Back to Long. Brandy Long harassed everywhere she goes by Shelly Sims. She works the dribble to the right. Has trouble with it. Fires it over to Mitchell. Keisha Mitchell looks over to Bird. Bird thought about driving. Does. Pulls up and shoots. Up and good. Bird has the first 2 points of the ball game for Lady Wildcats just inside the free throw line, and the Lady Wildcats trail by a score of 3-2. Here comes White County facing full court pressure. In the rear court, the young lady's in trouble. Jesse Taylor loops it across the way and throws it away. Taken away by Keisha Mitchell on a steal. Mitchell to Sharp. Leah for three. On its way. No good. On the rebound, White County. Might have rushed it. Here comes the Lady Warriors down the floor for White County. Across the way it goes to Jesse Taylor. Out to the top to Sims. Back to Taylor. Three-pointer on its way. No good. On the rebound, White County back up and good. Made good by Terry Brock, and the Wildcats trail 5-2. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor facing their pressure. Mitchell with it over to Brandy Long, fires it across the way, and for the third time in the ballgame, the Lady Wildcats have turned it over on a walk. It'll be Oak Ridge substituting Danielle Barnard into the ballgame. Oak Ridge trailing by 3, 5-2, 6:13 to play first quarter. With the basketball will come the Warriorettes, the #1 ranked team in the state and the top 10 team in the USA Today poll. They lead it by a score of 5-2, and so far they've been able to get the ball inside. They work the ball outside to Taylor. Taylor, good three-point shooter. Back to the top it goes to Mitchell. Mitchell unable to take a three. They set for a wide open when it's on its way. Off the rim, no good. McGinnis on the rebound for Oak Ridge. McGinnis with it to Sharp. Sharp and the Lady Wildcats running, trailing 5-2. Sharp outside the line. Harass goes inside McGinnis. McGinnis inside to Bird. Bird will drive. Bird goes in for the shot. It's up. No good. On the rebound, a foul's going to be called against Bird. Lady Wildcats should have used the glass that time as she just took it up strong, but they got around. They got on the right block, and Bird just picks up the personal foul.
David, Lynn Bird made a good play going around to the baseline. She just couldn't convert on that, and the Lady Wildcats have missed a few of those. They can't miss those easy layups in this game.
Here comes White County down the floor. With it will come Jesse Taylor. Across the way it goes to Sims. Sims outside the three-point stripe. The Wildcats trailing 5-2. Playing with Barnard, Sharp, McGinnis, Mitchell, and Bird. To 5:28 and counting. We're in the first quarter of this first round ball game between White County and Oak Ridge in the state tournament on AM 1290 WATO. They set it around the right side, trying to get the ball inside. McGinnis steals it, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lady Wildcats. Trying to get the ball inside to both Mitchell and Moore. This time the ball is deflected out.
David, if I was White County, that's what I'd do too. They have two big post players on the inside, and they can kind of bang on the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats.
Once again, it goes out to Sims. Sims in the left corner. Back to Brock. Brock swings it up high once again to Mitchell. Mitchell drives right, won't take the shot, looks inside to Moore. Defense being played aggressively by McGinnis on Moore. They kick it back out for another three. It's on its way. Good. Three-point shot. Jesse Taylor and the Lady Wildcats trail by 6. Oak Ridge has turned the ball over too many times on walks as they get it across on the press. Here it comes to Keisha Mitchell. Lady Wildcats definitely are tight as they work it over to McGinnis. McGinnis to Sharp. Sharp lost the dribble, grabs it right back, penetrates inside Bird, layup. On the way, good. Bird has all 4 of the Lady Wildcats points, and Oak Ridge trails by 4. 4:39 to play. Here comes the White County Lady Warriors down the floor. Across the way, number 20 with a basketball. That'll be Sims. Harassed by Keisha Mitchell. She works the ball out to Taylor. Taylor swings it off to the left side. Back it goes to Brock. Brock right in front of the Oak Ridge bench as they move from left to right. They try to get the ball inside of Moore. Now they go inside to Mitchell, and then a travel is going to be called against White County. So Oak Ridge will get the basketball.
David, already early in the game, both teams have had a couple of walking turnovers. That can hump both teams later in the game.
Here come the Lady Wildcats down the floor. The winner of the game will take on Dixon County, who won their ball game tonight 46-41 over Father Ryan as the ball is knocked out of bounds by White County. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the go. The Lady Wildcats trailing by a score of 8-4, 4:10 to play in the first period. Barnard will work the ball in from the baseline, the freshman point, as there's lots of bumping and shoving going on between the two teams as they jockey for a position on the inbounds. Barnard will try to work it in. Has yet to do so. Now goes inside to McGinnis. Her first touch, stripped of the ball, taken away by White County. They have the basketball, and Barnard commits team foul number 3. The Lady Wildcats missed basketball for the second consecutive year. Had the ball ripped right out of her hands. It'll be White County basketball side court right in here in front of us, right here at the midcourt line.
Erin looks a little bit frustrated right now. She thought she had an easy layup, but the White County defender took the ball out of her hands.
They have the basketball. Jessie Taylor did not start in last year's ball game. The other 4 starters did as they work it across the way. Down the floor, breaking the press. They set for a shot. Now they work it inside. Here's an 8-footer. It's up. Rims out. No good. Bird on the rebound for Oak Ridge. Bird with it down the floor to Barnard to Sharp. Leah Sharp down the floor. The Lady Wildcats trailing by 4, 8-4. Here's McGinnis driving in for the shot. A walk's going to be called. Might have stutter step. It's the 4th or 5th time the Lady Wildcats have turned it over on a travel.
David, the Lady Wildcats cannot afford to turn the ball over at all in this game. White County is much too good of an opponent for them to do that.
Here come the Lady Warriors down the floor, still in rear court, facing full court pressure. They'll get it across with a pass once again to number 20. Newly stripped of the ball. Bird steals it. Picked up on the floor, though, by White County. They work the ball inside, quickly inside for a shot off the glass, up, good. Candace Mitchell scores, and the Lady Wildcats trail 10-4. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. The Wildcats haven't really gotten set offensively as Mitchell drives in for a shot. No good. On the rebound, Leah Sharp had it. Knocked out by White County. Lady Wildcats facing a very good defensive set right here because Lady Wildcats very frustrated as they try to work against the White County defense. It's a 6-point lead as Oak Ridge tries to work it in. Here it comes to McGinnis. Double team. Turns, spins, takes an 8-footer. No good. Lady Wildcats trailing by 6, giving the ball back to White County. 1 shot and out so far. McGinnis has only had 1 shot in the game. It's a 10-6 lead as they get an easy layup. Good. Oak Ridge might need a timeout as they trail now by 8. Here comes Sharp down the floor for the Lady Wildcats. Brings it across the way to Mitchell. Keisha outside the line. Comes cross court to McGinnis. McGinnis an NBA 3-pointer. Good. 3-point shot for Erin McGinnis. The Lady Wildcats close the gap to 5. 12-7 the score. Big shot that time for McGinnis. The Lady Wildcats finally got some offense. Down the floor they break the press again. The Wildcats need a reset, and they do. 12-7 the score in the first quarter of this state tournament game. They swing it over to the right side. Won't take the shot. Will Taylor back around to Sims. They're moving from left to right here in the first quarter with 2:26 and counting in the first quarter. The winner to move on to play Dixon County, who won 46-41. Outside it goes to 20. That's Maror. She works the ball to the right side to Terry Brock. Brock out, fires a pass deflected by Barnard. Saved once again by White County. They'll drive left. Go inside to number 44. She drives in for a shot. Blocked by McGinnis. Taken away and knocked out by White County. The Oak Ridge basketball. Fans don't like the call. The Oak Ridge with it, trailing by 5. 12-7 the score. Oak Ridge will work it in, facing a 2-2-1 full court press as they work the ball down the floor. Here comes to Keisha Mitchell. She brings it across the line, waits, gives over to Barnard. Barnard drives inside Bird. Bird turning, spinning, driving, shooting up. Good! And she's fouled. Personal foul will go against White County as that'll be her 6th point of the ball game. The basket is good. It's a 3-point game. The Lady Wildcats trailing by a score of 12-9, and Leah Bird will go to the free throw line.
David, already early in this game, Leah Bird has shown that she came out here to play. She was really playing hard inside and on the defensive end of the floor.
Free throw is good, and the Wildcats cut the gap to only 2. Just a moment ago it was 8, so it's 6 straight points for the Lady Wildcats. A minute 53 to play first quarter. Here comes White County down the floor. Terry Brock trapped in rear court, pass deflected, but saved away by Taylor. Jessie Taylor to the right corner, off it goes to Miranda Moore. Miranda Moore back to the top. They'll drive in, penetrating all the way through and losing the ball off the body of Leah Sharp, who deflects it out of bounds. 1 minute, 38 seconds to play. We're in the first quarter of this first round tournament game. The Lady Wildcats trailing by 2, 12-10, and White County will work it in. And it comes to number 11, looks inside, can't get the ball up high, works it over to Moore. Miranda Moore swings it out for a 3. She won't take the shot. Back to Moore now. She guns. Shot is up, no good. On the rebound, Barnard. Barnard has it ripped out of her hands, taken away by Brock. Brock backs it up once again, continues to dribble, now sets it down the left side, driving along the baseline. There's a walk. Turnover by Candace Mitchell, and these officials like to call the travel.
They really do. That's the 6th or 7th travel they've already called early in this game.
Oak Ridge with the basketball coming down the floor. Limited pressure this time as Keisha is able to drive the full length of the floor. Kick it over to Sharp. Sharp looks inside McGinnis. Now will drive. Sharp all the way through. Pulls up. Before that, she's fouled. Personal foul is going to be called against White County. Let's see who it's against. It'll go against number 11, Jessie Taylor. That'll be her first personal foul, not a shooting violation. The Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal, trailing by 2, 12-10. Just a moment ago, they were down 8. Here's Bird getting it in, and she's fouled. Personal foul will go against Candace Mitchell. For Mitchell, that'll be her first personal foul. It'll be team foul number 3 called against the Warriorettes. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. 12-10 our score. The state tournament here at Middle Tennessee. Barnard to Mitchell. Keisha drive, stop, shot, no good. On the rebound, should be a jump, no call. On the rebound, White County. Bringing the ball down the floor with it will come Jessie Taylor. The Lady Wildcats trailing by 2. Taylor out to the top of the circle. It goes to Sims. Back to the right. It goes to Taylor. Back around the right side. Sims. She drives in. Cut off by McGinnis. Kicks it back out once again to Taylor. Very patient as they work the ball in. And here's going to be a foul called against Oak Ridge. Might go against Bird. If that's the case, that'll be her second personal foul. Team foul number 4 called against Oak Ridge. 49.6 seconds to play. It's going to be a shooting violation as Bird picks up her second personal foul. It'll be Jennifer Wilson coming into the game for the first time. At the free throw line will go Miranda Moore.
David, that's really big. Leah Bird picking up her second foul. She's been the only scorer for the Lady Wildcats early in this ball game.
49.6 seconds to play. Mania Smith also checking into the ball game. Checking out will go Sharp for the final 49.6 as Moore goes to the free throw line. Moore in the ball game. Guns, good. 3-point lead for White County. She has 4 points. Back to the free throw line she goes. The Lady Wildcats have never led. They trail by 3, 13-10. Second toss, good. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Here comes to Barnard. Barnard back to McGinnis, and McGinnis will bring it across the line. Erin McGinnis, the Auburn signee, the All-American, and the double Miss Basketball Award winner, fires a pass deflected, intending it for Keisha Mitchell. A foul is going to be called against Danielle Webb of White County. That'll be her first. Team foul number 4 called against the Warriorettes. We're down to 39.3 seconds to play. Oak Ridge trailing by 4, 14-10, and Oak Ridge will work it into McGinnis. McGinnis had that NBA range three-pointer, won't take the shot. Now will drive to her right. Now has the shot again, continuing to back up. Thought about going inside of Wilson. She's fouled. Personal foul will go against Candace Mitchell. For Candace Mitchell, that'll be her second personal foul, I do believe. And they'll be substituting. Lots of fouls called early. Team foul number 5 called against White County. Oak Ridge basketball, 30.2 seconds to play. 14-10 Oak Ridge. Barnard has yet to work it in. Fires it up high to McGinnis. McGinnis on the right block. Turning, spinning. She's going to be called for a travel. Once again, that same lady official calls a travel on Erin McGinnis, and Oak Ridge turns the ball back over.
I really don't agree with that call, David. It didn't look like a walk from here.
Here comes the ball down the floor with White County ringing it across the line. Wildcats working hard. With it will come number 11. That'll be Taylor. Harassed up high. They give her a 3. Here's Webb driving in. Pulls up. Shoots. No good. On the rebound, White County back out to the right side. They won't get the 3 off. They kick it back out to the left side to number 20. Wildcats need a little stand here as they set for the shot. It's wide open. Webb for 3. She nailed it. No. Missed it. Mania Smith had the rebound. Down the floor with 2. With 1. The buzzer beating shot not taken as the first quarter comes to a close. So our score after 1 quarter of basketball here at the campus of Middle Tennessee State is White County 14, Oak Ridge 10. Back in 60 seconds. Back here at the Monty Hale Arena on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, it's the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats and the White County Warriorettes battling it out here in the quarterfinals of the state tournament. White County on top, 14-10. They have the basketball first, and we're underway once again. The Lady Wildcats playing with Wilson, Sharp, Mania Smith, Brandy Long, and Erin McGinnis. Shelly Sims out to the right side, number 42 in the ball game for them. That's Heather England. She works the ball cross court back to number 10. That'll be Webb. Webb looks inside, bounces it out to the top to number 40 Moore. She comes cross court with a pass to Taylor. Back to the top, it goes to Sims. Very patient. Wilson playing excellent defense, but now they drive in for a shot. No good, but a foul is going to be called. That young lady just went driving along the baseline quickly, and they'll have a 2-shot violation here, and they'll go to the free throw line. Oak Ridge trailing by 4, 14-10 as Mania Smith picks up the personal foul.
David, right now, both teams looking maybe just a little bit out of sync. I don't know really what White County looks like, but both teams are a little slow on the offensive end of the floor.
5-point game once again. Their biggest lead has been 8. The Wildcats have cut it to 2. It's back up to 5 again as she hits the free throw. 15-10. Toss is good. Lady Wildcats with the basketball. Somebody needs to knock down a shot here as the Wildcats now trail again by 6, 16-10. Erin McGinnis gets the ball out to Brandy Long. They're harassing her everywhere she goes. She works it over to Wilson. Wilson to Mania Smith. Mania looks up high, fires a pass inside Wilson, turning, spinning, driving, shooting up good. Wilson, that little turnaround jumper, almost patented by Jennifer Wilson, and Oak Ridge trails by 4. 16-12 the score. Here comes White County down the floor, facing full court pressure. They get it across the line with a bounce pass. Out to the top, and here's a foul on Mania Smith. They didn't call it. Back it goes to Webb. Webb works it back out for a 3. Taylor on its way short. On the rebound, they've got it easily. Shot good. Hawkins getting killed on the boards. Miranda Miranda Moore hits the shot. It's a 6-point game. She has 7 points. Here comes Brandy Long down the floor. Brandy continuing to dribble to her right. Has trouble with it. Needs some help. Backs it over to McGinnis. McGinnis driving, turning for that. Another travel by the same lady. Coach Pruden and Coach Burke, you're going to have to work with that official because she has called a travel each and every trip down the floor on McGinnis as she makes that little move.
That's not a travel, David. It hadn't been called a travel all year long. She's not traveling.
Here comes White County breaking the press, leading by 6. They work the ball to the right side to Taylor. Taylor drives to the baseline. Cut out there by Long and Wilson. Kicks it back out to Sims. Out for a 3. It's a big shot. No good. On the rebound, Oak Ridge. McGinnis with the basketball. Wildcats with a long outlet pass to Sharp. Leah Sharp for the layup. Good. Wildcats got the fast break transition bucket, and it's a 4-point game. Here comes White County leading 18-14, 6:15 to play. Lady Wildcats could use a turnover here as they work the ball to the left side. Off it goes to Taylor, still in rear court. The 10-second count is off. Pass intercepted by Wilson. Wilson, the Lady Wildcats to McGinnis. McGinnis back down the left side to Sharp. Sharp looks inside, cutting Wilson. One dribble, one shot off the glass. Good. Lady Wildcats score. And Oak Ridge trails by 2. 18-16 the score. 5:53 to play first half. Here comes the ball our way. Taken away by Webb. Here's a pass intercepted by McGinnis. McGinnis down the floor all the way. She'll drive. She goes inside to Sharp. Lost the dribble. Grabs it right back. Goes up for the shot. 5-footer. Good. And we're tied. 18-18 our score. And listen to the Oak Ridge fans. We're going to take a timeout. 18-18 our score. Back in 60 seconds. Well, the defense is the key. Back here at the state basketball tournament on the campus in Middle Tennessee State University. Incidentally, we are videotaping this basketball game for replay, and we'd like to thank Jean Caldwell, state representative. Here's a steal by McGinnis to Mitchell. McGinnis layup. She's fouled. Personal foul will go against Terry Brock. As I was saying, we'd like to thank State Representative Jean Caldwell for allowing us the opportunity to videotape this ball game. The TSSAA charges a rights fee for videotaping, and State Representative Jean Caldwell was paid the rights fee for us, and we really appreciate it. As McGinnis takes the shot to give Oak Ridge their first lead, and she knocks it down. Erin McGinnis gives Oak Ridge a 19-18 lead, and she has 4 points. Back to the free throw line she'll go. 5:34 to play first half. McGinnis guns, bang. Oak Ridge by 2, 20-18 the score. Here comes White County down the floor. Full court pressure, Oak Ridge. They're in trouble. Trying to get the ball across the line. They'll give it over to Brock. Across the way to Moore. She swings the ball across the time stripe to Sims. Sims picked up by Mitchell. She works it out once again to Brock. Terry Brock inside for a shot off the glass. No good. On the rebound, McGinnis. McGinnis and the Lady Wildcats to Barnard. Barnard down the floor for the Lady Wildcats up by 2, 20-18. McGinnis to inside to Wilson. Lost the ball. Taken away by White County. They have the ball across the way. The fans are beginning to fire up both teams here as the crowd noise continues to get louder and louder here in the first half of this state tournament ball game. Miranda Moore given a three-pointer wide. Shot is good. She was a finalist for Miss Basketball, and she just knocks it down. White County by 1. 21-20 the score. Here comes McGinnis. McGinnis across the time stripe. The Wildcats down by 1. 21-20. McGinnis takes one dribble, needs some help. Gives it over to Barnard. Barnard continuing to dribble to the right. Harassed by Sims. Gives it over to Sharp. Sharp looks inside. McGinnis being banged around by their big girls. Now it goes inside to Wilson. Wilson drives in for the layup. No good. Can't get the rebound. Taken away by White County. They have the basketball and a 1-point lead. The Wildcat lead was short. Keisha Mitchell deflects the ball out of bounds. It'll be White County basketball underneath the goal. 21-20 our score. It'll be the Lady Warriors with the basketball underneath the goal. 21-20, 4:22 and counting here in the first half. Shelly Sims out to the top of the key, continues to dribble to the right, looks in the corner, there's Jessie Taylor. Good three-point shooter, won't take the shot. Back to Moore, inside for an easy bucket. She blows it. On the rebound, McGinnis. That was an easy bucket. Missed that time by Heather England, and Oak Ridge has the rebound. Barnard to McGinnis. McGinnis drives. McGinnis stops, penetrates, kicks it back out to Barnard. Barnard back to McGinnis. One dribble, fires a pass, deflected and taken, and a foul's going to be called against Erin. They're double teaming Erin McGinnis everywhere she goes. I think that might be the 7th team foul. Maybe not. The bonus not in effect. It'll be Oak Ridge getting Bird in the ball game, and McGinnis will have to check out. They're double teaming her everywhere she goes.
David, you said they're double teaming her. That time she was triple teamed, then 2 times ago she was quadruple teamed. Erin McGinnis just can't get an open look.
Down the floor will come White County all the way through down the floor, number 20. She comes cross court, swings it over to the number 40, looks inside, fires a pass deflected by Mitchell, saved out high once again by Sims. White County by 1, 21-20 the score, 3:38 to play in the first half. Shelly Sims dribbles off to the left side, picked up by Sharp. Continues to dribble, fires a pass, is deflected and taken away by Leah Sharp of Oak Ridge. Sharp and the Lady Wildcats on a 4-on-2 break. Sharp bounce pass, throws the ball away. Taken away by Taylor. Taylor down the floor to Miranda Moore. Miranda Moore cross court layup, no good. Wilson on the rebound, she's fouled. Fouled by Terry Brock. They've had 2 easy looks. Brock picks up her second personal foul. It'll be Oak Ridge, I believe, shooting free throws. It'll be 1 in the bonus. Lady Wildcats trail by 1, 21-20.
David, I said earlier that neither team can afford to miss the easy buckets. Oak Ridge missed them earlier in the game, and now White County's missing them, and that's what's allowed Oak Ridge to come back.
Oak Ridge down by 1, 21-20 to be the sophomore Jennifer Wilson at the free throw line. 3:16 to play first half from Middle Tennessee State. Wilson's free throw is good, and we're tied. 21-21 the score, and the sophomore has 5 points. Back to the free throw line she'll go, trying to give Oak Ridge the lead once again. 2 teams have played last year in the state tournament. Oak Ridge won that semifinal round meeting. Toss, Wilson knocks it down, and Oak Ridge leads by 1. 22-21 the score. Here comes White County down the floor. Terry Brock in the rear court stops, brings it across the way to number 40, back to number 20, that'll be Sims. Sims along to Webb, out to the side to Brock. Brock for 3, way off target, no good, but they get the rebound as usual. For the basketball once again will come Jessie Taylor, inside to Moore, she drives, she stops, she shoots, no good. On the rebound, Oak Ridge. Leah Bird with the basketball, down it goes to Barnard. Barnard with it across the way to Jennifer Wilson. Jennifer stops, inside to Cutting Sharp, she's fouled, no call, and it goes out, last touched anyway by Jessie Taylor. They look like a foul to me, Ryan Gooch.
That really looked like a foul to me too, David. That's the 4th or 5th no call on the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats.
Barnard needs to get it in, has yet to do so. Now fires it up high to Keisha Mitchell. Oak Ridge with the lead, 22-21, and there's the travel. That's a good call, and they probably should have been called for a travel on the previous catch by one of the Lady Wildcats, and Oak Ridge turns the ball over.
I'll have to agree with that one. I was kind of surprised the first one wasn't called. That was one of the only real walks that has been called tonight so far.
Here comes White County down the floor, trailing Oak Ridge, 22-21. They have the basketball. 2:36 to play first half. Here's number 42 shot. Horrible shot, no good. On the rebound will come Bird. Bird with it to Barnard. Barnard to Sharp. Hesitating, and she brings it right in front of the White County bench. She stops, loops it inside to Wilson. Wilson kicks it inside, throws the ball away. Turns it over again. Lady Wildcats, too many turnovers as they bring the ball down the floor, trailing Oak Ridge. Wildcats trailed after 1 quarter, 14-10. They lead now by 1. They have the basketball. Nearly a steal by Mitchell, saved away by Taylor. Taylor for 3, no good. On the rebound, Leah Bird. Bird with the basketball. We'll bring it across the line. The Wildcats on top by 1. 2 minutes to play. Oak Ridge throws it away. And Coach Berkey not too happy about it as Aaron McGinnis comes back off the bench. Wildcats have had the opportunity to be up by about 6 or 7 to this point right now.
David, the past few times down the floor, they just thrown the ball away. That one was over Jennifer Wilson's head. The last one was thrown away by Jennifer Wilson. They're just not playing good, clean basketball right now.
Here comes Terry Brock down the floor. She throws the ball away. Oak Ridge is going to get a turnover. It's good to see that they'll do the same thing, give us the ball.
I hope they will, David. That's just better for Oak Ridge.
Minute 52 to play. We're in the first half. Oak Ridge basketball. Brandy Long. They must have seen something on tape where they don't think that Brandy Long likes to be harassed. McGinnis thought about a 3, won't take it. Wilson to Keisha. Keisha in the right corner stops, fires a pass intending it for McGinnis. Is taken away again by White County. Wildcats have turned the ball over in the paint. Still in the lead though, but they could have taken the lead by a substantial amount as they work the ball back out. Nearly a steal. Saved away by Taylor. Jessie Taylor cross court to Brock. Keisha Mitchell's all over the floor. She goes after anybody who gets free at the top of the circle. They work the ball down the floor. McGinnis working hard defensively on 42 England. Now they work it into Moore for a shot, which is no good. Wilson on the rebound for Oak Ridge to Sharp. A minute 11 to play. The Lady Wildcats by 1, 22-21. Brandy Long outside the line stops. Looks cross court to Wilson. Wilson looks to McGinnis, takes the shot herself. It's going to be no good. On the rebound will come White County. That's a good shot that time by Wilson. Here come the Warriorettes down the floor, trailing Oak Ridge. 22-21, under a minute to play in the first half. They have the basketball. Jessie Taylor back to the right side to Sims. Sims guarded up high by Mitchell. She works it over to Brock. They would appear they will go for the final shot here against the Wildcats zone as they just hold the ball right at the top of the key. 35 seconds to play. First half, 22-21. Brandy Long, Leah Sharp, Erin McGinnis, Jennifer Wilson, and Keisha Mitchell, the 5 in the ball game for Oak Ridge. 25 seconds and counting. 22-21, Oak Ridge extends just a little bit as they work the ball to Brock. Brock harassed up high. She's in trouble. Fires the ball back out to the top. They need to pick her up. She pulls up. Free throw line shot is up. No good. And the rebound, Oak Ridge. Jennifer Wilson. Wilson with 13 seconds to play. The Wildcats will go for the final shot. Up by 1. 22-21 the score. Here comes Brandy Long with 6, with 5, with 4, with 3. The layup. Good at the buzzer. Brandy Long. That time allowed to drive the full length of the floor. And the Lady Wildcats head to the locker room with a 24-21 lead after trailing at 1 point in the ball game by 8 points, Ryan Gooch.
What a quarter of basketball for the Lady Wildcats. They came out, they played awesome pressure defense, got a bunch of turnovers, converted them. Now that's why they have a 3-point lead at halftime, David.
Still a long ways to go in this ball game. You got to feel pretty good about it because the Lady Wildcats really struggled. They've turned the ball over uncharacteristically for the Lady Wildcats. They've had a few too many walks, and McGinnis hasn't had that many touches.
David, you said it. And the few touches McGinnis had, she's had 1 long 3, and that was because there's nobody in her face. Every other time she's touched the ball, double, triple, quadruple team. She just can't touch the ball inside without getting double teamed. And they're just all over Erin on the inside. It's just, she just cannot get an open shot.
We're going to take a break here. We'd like to thank once again State Representative Gene Caldwell, who really came through in the crunch for WATO and the Lady Wildcats. He paid the rights fees to the TSSAA for us to be able to videotape tonight's ball game, and we really appreciate the efforts that Dr. Caldwell, State Representative, did for us paying the rights fee. We're going to take a break here and send it back to Nathan Forbes, our engineer back at the station. It's the Lady Wildcats on top, 24-21. We'll be back to Middle Tennessee State in 4 minutes. Here on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, the Lady Wildcats will have the basketball first as the second half about to get set. And Oak Ridge is quickly going to call a timeout. And you don't see that very often as they call their first timeout with no time off the clock to start the second half. And Lady Wildcats turn the ball over. Coach Berkey talking over with the official out there, and that's a tough timeout.
It really is a tough timeout. They only have 4 timeouts left now, I think. And I think Coach Berkey was arguing that the referee did not tell him that the play was getting ready to start. That's what it looked like to me, at least. Coach Berkey really wasn't too happy with the officials right there.
Now the Lady Wildcats will finally get a chance to work it in. It'll be Leah Sharp to work the ball in for the Lady Wildcats. Oak Ridge, first look, here's the backdoor cut to McGinnis. McGinnis along the baseline, turning, spinning, she's fouled. Bird gets the ball, goes in for the shot, turning, driving off the glass, good. Bird gets the score. McGinnis might have turned her ankle, but I think she's okay. Oak Ridge on top by 5, their biggest lead of the night. White County's biggest lead has been 8. They bring the ball down the floor. Across the time stripe, they set it out to number 20, gives it over to Brock. Brock harassed by Mitchell and Sharp. Oak Ridge on top as they work it inside more. Shot blocked by McGinnis, and a foul called by the same official. That'll be her 3rd personal foul.
David, I don't like that official. I don't think she likes us. She called a foul on a clean block there by Erin McGinnis, and then when Miranda Moore tripped Erin McGinnis last time down under our basket, she just stood there and watched it. I don't like this at all.
Never seen this official. Obviously, these officials are not from our area, as they'll be shooting free throws. First toss, good. Oak Ridge on top by 4. McGinnis is going to have to come out of the ball game. 26-22, Oak Ridge on top. The winner to play Dixon County, who won their ball game 46-41 over Father Ryan. 7:35 to play, third quarter. Oak Ridge on top of White County. Second free throw is good. Here come the Lady Wildcats, trapped in the rear court. Brandy has it stripped out of her hands, and then she's going to be fouled. Personal foul by that official is going to be called on number 20, Shelly Sims. I've never seen her before, and I don't think she's really, that was no foul. That was a jump ball.
That was a jump ball, David. I don't know really what ball game she's watching. She's not very good.
It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Some interesting fouls being called in this particular ball game, but it's going both ways, really, as Oak Ridge works the ball down the floor. Brandy Long with it over to Keisha Mitchell. Mitchell and the Lady Wildcats will bring it across the line. Keisha stripped of the ball, taken away by White County. Here comes number 20, Sims. She comes cross court to Wilson. Nearly a steal by Mitchell. Saved away by Mitchell. She works inside of Moore, walks. Wildcats are going to get it on a turnover as they got just a little ahead of themselves, and I disagree with that call.
I disagree too. That was just a good post move. She turned around, took one step, went up for the layup. A walk was called, but at least it's going both ways, David.
Well, that's true. It's consistent. It's just interesting as Oak Ridge gets the basketball up by 3. Coming down the floor, Barnard with it to Wilson. Wilson to Mitchell. Mitchell across the time stripe. Races the full length of the floor for the layup. Here it is. Good. Great drive. Keisha Mitchell, and the Lady Wildcats lead again by 5. 28-23. Here comes White County facing full court pressure. 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. It's been a game of streaks for sure, as they have led by as many as 8 as they bring the ball down the floor. Out the line it goes to Sims. Sims, a good three-point shooter, won't take the shot. Backs it over to Brock. Terry Brock guarded by Keisha Mitchell. Pass taken away by Bird to Keisha Mitchell. Keisha takes it the full length of the floor for the right-handed layup, which is short. On the rebound, a foul is going to be called against Bird. Personal foul number 3 against Leah Bird, and Oak Ridge picks up another crucial foul. McGinnis is on the bench with 3 fouls. It'll be White County basketball. Oak Ridge is definitely the quicker team. It'll be, let's see, Terry Brock to work the ball in.
David, Oak Ridge is in some serious foul trouble. Bird and McGinnis have 3 fouls.
They work it across the line with a pass to Brock, off to Miranda Moore. Miranda Moore back to the top to Brock. Brock swings the ball to the right side, back to the top to Taylor. Jesse Taylor takes a 10-footer off the rim. No good. Knocked out by White County. Oak Ridge basketball. White County has totally dominated the stands here behind us. Everybody behind us is wearing White County colors, and right now they're being pretty quiet as they trail by 5. Oak Ridge with it to Leah Bird. Bird with it to Barnard. Barnard will bring it across the time stripe. And then she walks. Good call that time. Lady Wildcats left Danielle in the rear court. 5-point Lady Wildcat lead. What a hair pulling out game. Neither team really can get on track.
Coach Berkey and Coach Pruden over there are both just grin and bearing it right now. It's really been sloppy for both teams, but Coach Berkey and Coach Pruden are really, I don't know, not necessarily upset, but frustrated right now with the Lady Wildcats play.
28-23 the score. White County's not lost to a team in the state all year. Good defense being applied by Wilson. Here's a steal by Keisha Mitchell, knocks it out, anticipating the pass to Brock. Oak Ridge is definitely the quicker team of the two, but they've got some pretty good sized girls in there. They beat Shelbyville on this floor last week, 43-34 to win the regional championship. As they work it out to the top, Oak Ridge by 5 with a basketball. White County, 5:54 to play. Outside the three-point line will go Webb, back for a three-pointer, on target, no. The rebound, Leah Bird, it's knocked out by White County, no. Gonna say it's last touch by Oak Ridge. Not too sure. It's our favorite official who makes the call. Didn't get a little help from the official closest to the play. It'll be White County to work it in. Lady Warriors work it up high to number 10. That's Webb. She pulls up and shoots. No good. This time Bird pulls it down. Here come the Lady Wildcats. Barnard down the floor. The freshman point guard brings it across to Leah Bird. Leah Bird outside the three-point line. Oak Ridge in the lead by 5, 28-23. 5.5 minutes to play. Continuing to dribble, over it goes to Leah Sharp. McGinnis on the bench with 3 personal fouls. Bird playing with 3. Sharp penetrates, fires to Wilson in the right corner. Looks inside to a cutting Bird. Lady Wildcats putting motion in their offense. Here's Sharp. Sharp has Bird on the left side for a wide open 3 if they give it to her. It goes to her, but the Lady Wildcats will work a little time with McGinnis, especially in foul trouble. Barnard harassed everywhere she goes. Gets rid of the basketball to Sharp. They're really harassing our points as Oak Ridge goes in with the drive, and a foul is going to be called against the Lady Warriors. Neither team really looking that sharp really in the ball game. Oak Ridge has a 5-point lead. They have trailed by as many as 8 in the first quarter. It'll be a 2-shot violation, and Oak Ridge will be shooting free throws. It'll be Leah Sharp.
David, you said harassing. That's not harassing. They're just going crazy on our point guards. Our point guards cannot get the ball. Daniel Barnhart and Brandy Long, wherever they go, there's somebody following them. It's just like a man defense, but it's really a box and one's what it's called, where one person chases the other person's one player, as Leah Sharp makes her first free throw.
Oak Ridge by 6, 29-23, 5 minutes to play. Toss good. Lady Wildcats continue to shoot well from the free throw line. They lead it by 7, their biggest lead of the night. Here comes White County, still in rear court. Oh, what a foul. Just touch fouls being called in this ball game. This time on Jennifer Wilson. That'll be her first personal foul. 4:57 to play. Third quarter, Oak Ridge on top, 30-23. The Lady Wildcats with Erin McGinnis outside on the bench with personal foul trouble as Moore brings it across the line. Oak Ridge on top by 7 with the basketball, White County. Lady Warriors with it. They try to work it inside of Moore. Kick it back out. Over goes number 10. Three-pointer. Clang off the iron. No good on the rebound. Keisha Mitchell. Here come the Lady Wildcats. Mitchell takes it the full length of the floor and waits. for the rest of the team. Goes inside the Bird, layup, good! Oak Ridge scores again, and the Lady Wildcats lead by 9, the biggest lead by any team in the ball game. 4:28 to play, third quarter. Here comes White County down the floor, out to the top. It goes to Danielle Webb. Danielle Webb fires it inside to number 44. Back to Webb, back to the top. Here's a steal by Mitchell almost. Nilly walks, saved away by number 20. That'll be Shelly Sims. I haven't got her name right all night. 4:11 to play, 9-point game. White County basketball. I'd like to thank once again Dr. Gene Caldwell, state representative, for helping us with our rights fees for the cable broadcast, as they're getting very patient. Here's an 8-footer. Good. Nice shot for Danielle Webb. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 3:52 to play. Here it goes to Bird. Bird to Wilson. Wilson to Mitchell. Lady Wildcats across the line. 3:45 to play, leading 32-25. As the Wildcats turn the ball over. Down the floor will come number 44, Mitchell. They have a breakaway. Mitchell drives right, kicks it over in the right corner, looks cross court to Miranda Moore. Wide open shot. No good. On the rebound, Wilson had it. Saved away by White County. They'll set it up for a 3 on its way. No good. On the rebound again, White County. Shot blocked by Wilson. They're going to call a foul. Personal foul will go against Jennifer Wilson. Oak Ridge in some serious foul trouble with McGinnis with 3, Bird with 3. Here comes Mania Smith into the ball game. She's coming in to just relieve Keisha Mitchell, who's been all over the floor defensively. Brandy Long's going to come into the game as well for Barnard. 3:24 to play, third quarter, 32-25, a 7-point Lady Wildcat lead.
David, it looked like to me and all the rest of the Oak Ridge fans that was a clean block by Jennifer Wilson. It wasn't our favorite official this time, but it was another one. I don't know. I thought it was a clean block.
Danielle Webb, guns, good. Oak Ridge leads 32-26. The Wildcats with McGinnis still on the bench. She'll probably sit the remaining part of this quarter. The Lady Wildcats see the second free throw, good. Oak Ridge's lead is 5. Here comes the home run pass to Sharp. She saves it right in front of the scorer's table. Wildcats might want to work a little time. Bird, a three-pointer, no good. On the rebound, Leah Sharp. Sharp in trouble, driving, stopping, shooting, good. Big shot. Leah Sharp from inside the paint. And the Lady Wildcats lead once again, 34-27. Here comes White County down the floor with a basketball. Here's nearly a steal. They work it all in for the shot, good. Under 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Here comes Oak Ridge. Mania Smith gives it over to Wilson. Wilson across to Brandy Long on the point. Works the dribble across the line. Oak Ridge on top by 5. Brandy with it to Mania Smith. Throws the ball to nobody. Turns it over. Lady Wildcats back in the same little predicament they were in the first quarter. Let's see what they can do defensively.
David, that's 17 turnovers on the game for the Lady Wildcats. You just can't do that in this kind of ball game.
Here comes White County down the floor, trying to get it across the line. The pass deflected and taken away. They have the basketball. There's a walk. Here's a turnover. Here's a shot, good. They score, and the Wildcats have seen their big lead cut to nothing. 3-point game. Here comes Leah Sharp outside the line. The Wildcats have turned the ball over entirely too many times. Here's Wilson's 5-footer. She's fouled and will go to shoot 2. Personal foul will go against White County. It was just a few moments ago a 9-point lead. That's like 6 straight points for the Warriorettes. Oak Ridge on top by 3, 34-31. Oak Ridge led by 3 at the half, 24-21. They trailed by 4 after 1 quarter to be Wilson at the free throw line. The sophomore trying to add to her team's lead. Jennifer shoots, rushed it and missed it. First miss of the night for the Wildcats at the line.
David, that's what I was going to say. That was their first miss from the free throw line tonight. Before that, they were like 7 for 7.
34-31. White County fans beginning to make a little noise. Toss, good. Wilson hits the bucket. Oak Ridge by 4. White County basketball. 2:25 to play, third quarter. Erin McGinnis on the bench with 3 personal fouls. Probably will not play the remaining part of the third quarter. So White County fans beginning to get fired up here as they work it out to the left corner to Candace Mitchell. Mitchell fires it out high. One of their girls is flat on her backside on the floor as they work it into Moore. Shot good. Wildcat lead is 35-34. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Oak Ridge led by 9. Brandy Long with it over to Leah Bird. Bird with it to Sharp. Sharp looks inside Wilson, backs it up. Oak Ridge had a 9-point lead. It's gone. 35-33. We're down to 1:51 to play. Bird holding the ball, giving it over to Sharp. Sharp outside the line, looks inside a Bird, works the dribble to the right, picked up defensively by Terry Brock. There's Wilson in the right corner. Wilson back out to Bird. Bird to Sharp. Sharp looks inside, can't get the ball off as the Wildcats now take a 3. No good. On the rebound, Oak Ridge. That's Mania layup. No good, but she draws the foul. Mania Smith will go to the free throw line. Somehow Mania was able to work her way in there and pull down the board.
David, I don't know how she did that. That was a great rebound by Mania Smith, and it wasn't the greatest shot by Leah Sharp. And I'm sure if she had it to do again, I don't think she would have shot that ball.
Minute 28 to play, third quarter. Oak Ridge, they correct the scoreboard. Oak Ridge up by 2, 35-33 was 1. I noticed that a moment ago. Mania, not the greatest free throw shooter, will have 2. No good. Mania struggles at the free throw line. She's under 50% for the year. She'll go to the charity stripe. 35-33 Oak Ridge. Mania, guns, no good, but there's Bird on the rebound. Layup, good. Great offensive putback bucket by Leah Bird, and Oak Ridge leads by 4. 37-33, what a play by Leah Bird. Minute 19 to play, third quarter. White County with the basketball. White County has not won a state championship since 1929. They have been to the state tournament 17 times in previous years. As they work the ball in, they throw the ball away. Oak Ridge will get it with a minute 4 to play, and they have to be fatigued. Keisha Mitchell comes back in the ball game. Keisha has been all over the floor defensively.
David, that's to say the least. You really can't describe what Keisha Mitchell's done tonight. She's been all over the floor.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor to Sharp. The Wildcats with the press. Off it goes to Wilson. The Wildcats with it across the way. They throw the ball away. Wildcats had the wrong people handling the basketball. 4-point game, under a minute to play, third quarter. Outside the three-point stripe will come Danielle Webb. Webb looks inside to Sims, backs it over to Moore. She goes inside. Miranda Moore, 5-footer, good. She's got to take it over. The Wildcats against the press. Down the floor it goes to Sharp. Sharp with 35 seconds to play to Mitchell. Inside Wilson. Ball ripped out of her hands. Taken away by White County. Wildcats turn the ball over and they can take the lead or tie as their fans are on their feet making a lot of noise. Listen to the crowd. That's White County fans behind us. 24 seconds to play. 37-35. They'll go for the final shot. We're ticking it on down. 17 seconds to play. Oak Ridge by 2, 37-35 here at the state tournament. The number 1 ranked team in the state is White County. Oak Ridge is number 4. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5. They throw the ball, intending it to Moore. It's knocked out of bounds with 3.6 seconds to play. They'll get the basketball first as we start the fourth and final quarter. 2-point Lady Wildcat lead. They have led by 8. We have led by 9. Now it's just a 2-point lead. 37-35. Wildcats working hard on the inbounds defense as they'll try to work it in. Don't give them an easy one. They get it into Moore. Moore shoots at the buzzer. No good as the third quarter comes to a close. So our score after 3 quarters of basketball here at the state tournament, Oak Ridge on top 37-35. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Back here at the Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University is White County's basketball. One of these two teams both teams have had great years. One of them will end their season tonight at Murphy Center. Their basketball. Erin McGinnis is back in the ball game. Leah Sharp, Keisha Mitchell, Danielle Barnard at the point. Here's a trap up high. They set it over to Sims. Oak Ridge by 2. 7:45 to play in the ball game. For the basketball, Sims dribbling, guarded by Sharp. She works it down the right side, driving in for an 8-footer. It's no good. On the rebound, Miranda Moore goes up for the shot. No good. On the rebound, White County. Good. Tie game. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Barnard to Wilson. Wilson walks, no call, lost the dribble, picks it up on the floor. It's their basketball. Wildcats turn it over again with Wilson in the rear court. Oak Ridge turns it over. 37-37 the score. 7:18 to play in the basketball game. Oak Ridge is led by 9. White County is led by as many as 8. They work the ball to the right side. Off it goes to Shelly Sims. Sims out to the top, won't take the 3. Webb back to Sims, thought about a 3, back to the top, won't take the 3. There's Mitchell, fires a pass and throws it away. Wildcats are going to get it on a turnover. Neither team wanting to pull away from the other.
That's right, David. In this kind of ball game right now, I think it might come down to who has the ball last, because both teams are really streaking back and forth right now, and it's going to be a good game all the way to the very end.
Oak Ridge with the basketball. Erin McGinnis with it over to Mitchell. Mitchell needs to get rid of it, gives it over to McGinnis. McGinnis will bring it across the line. McGinnis is trapped in their court, needs to get rid of it, throws the ball away. 7th turnover. Here's the shot. Good, they lead. Oak Ridge trails by 2, 39-37. The Wildcats led by 9, and Oak Ridge will call their second timeout. White County on top by 2, 39-37, back in 60 seconds. Back here at the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, Oak Ridge had a 9-point lead, couldn't hold it. Oak Ridge trails now by 2, 39-37, 6:42 to play. White County, the number 1 ranked team in the state. The Wildcats bring the ball down the floor. Sharp with it, throws the ball across the way, and she's fouled. Personal foul will go against Danielle Webb. That'll be her 4th personal foul. The Oak Ridge basketball side court. Oak Ridge trails by 2, 39-37. And the Oak Ridge basketball as Jessie Taylor comes back into the game. Sharper worked the ball, and the Lady Wildcats have not had a whole lot from Mary McGinnis in the tournament because of foul trouble, and she's turned the ball over a ton of times. Danielle with it over to Bird. Bird looks inside McGinnis. They're Sharp in the right corner. They're heating up on defense. The Wildcats trail by 2. Need somebody to step up here with the basketball. Barnard. Back to Sharp. Can't get the ball to McGinnis. Moore and McGinnis are battling it out. Here's McGinnis in the paint. Layup. No good. On the rebound, knocked out by Oak Ridge. They'll have the basketball. 6:17 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge trailing by 2. White County, the #1 team in the state. They haven't lost a game to a Tennessee team all year. They lost 1 game this year. That was to an Oklahoma team. As they work the ball across the way, then they throw it away. Erin McGinnis down the floor for the Lady Wildcats. McGinnis will drive all the way through, take it to the hole, turning, spinning, driving, good! And guess what? She is fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. 6:04 to go in the game. Oak Ridge, Erin McGinnis with 7, can give her team the lead again. 39-39 the score. Last year, these two teams played to a 63-60 win for the Lady Wildcats. And Erin will go to the charity stripe. Toss. We lead. Oak Ridge by 1, 40-39. White County with the basketball. 6 minutes to play in the game. Full court press, Oak Ridge. Here comes Brock. Brock in the rear court forever. She works the ball across to Jessie Taylor. Taylor across the way to number 44, Mitchell. Candace Mitchell picked up by Barnard. Back to Brock. Brock over to the right side. Back around the left side it goes to Taylor. Taylor giving a 3. Back it goes to Sims. Oak Ridge on top by 1. White County basketball. Miranda Moore swings the ball back to the right side to Taylor. Taylor back to Sims. Sims dribbling to the top of the key. Shelly Sims back out to the right, back to Sims. Sims can't get the ball to Moore. Oak Ridge in the lead by 1, but they have the basketball. 5:29 to play. Trying to get it inside. They have yet to get it inside. They try to force one. They'll turn it over. Here's Miranda Moore. Back to the left. They have a wide open 3, and away from the ball. A whistle blows, and a foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. I think it'll go against Keisha Mitchell. And I didn't really see it, but it'll be their basketball.
They called her for a hold. They said she was holding Miranda Moore. She was trying to come around the screen. I didn't see it.
White County to work it in. Here's Miranda Moore driving. Fires a pass deflected out again by Keisha Mitchell. Has nice play as they try to get the ball inside of Brock underneath the goal. 5:17 to play in the game. Oak Ridge by 1, 40-39. In it comes to Taylor. Back to the right side it goes to Sims. The Wildcats playing good defense, not allowing anything on the inside. You're down to 5:10 and counting. White County's Moore. Free throw line. Back to the right. Back to Sims. Sims harassed everywhere she goes. Under 5 minutes to go. Oak Ridge on top by 1, 40-39. They get a screen, won't take the 3. Looking inside of Moore, won't get the ball inside of her. Back it goes to Taylor. Taylor looking inside, backs it up once again, swings it over to the left side. Once again, that's Sims. Here's a steal by Keisha. Keisha takes the full length of the floor drive. No good. She's fouled. Personal foul will go against Shelly Sims. Keisha Quick gets the steal, and Oak Ridge. Keisha not a great free throw shooter, but she's a senior. She needs to knock down both of these.
That's almost an understatement, David. It's imperative if she knocks these down to give us a 3-point lead. 3-point lead at this point in the game is huge. I mean, a 3-point lead is huge, and she really needs these 2 free throws. Mitchell eyes the first one, guns, good. Oak Ridge by 2, 41-39. The Lady Wildcats have led by as many as 9. They've led by as many as 8. Oak Ridge by 2 now. 4:43 to play in the ballgame. The winner to play Dixon County. Second toss, good. Keisha hits both free throws. Oak Ridge by 3. White County basketball. They'll try to work it in, and they do. And it comes Miranda Moore. She gets it across the way to Jessie Taylor. Jessie Taylor nearly walks, and she does. She turns it over. Taylor turns it over to the Lady Wildcats. Oak Ridge on top by 3. 4.5 minutes to play. Oak Ridge playing with Mitchell, Bird, Sharp, Barnard, and McGinnis. David, as we said earlier, it's a game of streaks. So right now, Oak Ridge is on a little streak. Let's hope they can sustain it.
Oak Ridge will work it in, then it comes to Keisha Mitchell. Mitchell back to McGinnis, and Aaron will give it back to Barnard. Barnard with it to Mitchell. Mitchell walks. Wildcats turn it over. 4.5 minutes to play, and that was a good call. She didn't put the ball down on the floor. It'll be with 4:31 to play, Oak Ridge by 3.
That's the 21st turnover on the night. White County only has 7, or 14, I'm sorry. That's the difference in the ballgame.
Here comes White County, still in rear court. They work the ball across the way. Trap. Here's a steal by Mitchell. Layup sharp. Off the glass. Good. Oak Ridge by 5. Oak Ridge on top 44-39. Here comes White County. Trapping defense. She's in trouble. Gets out of it. Fires a pass across the way to Miranda Moore. Running down the floor, number 10. She waits for the rest of the team. Had an easy bucket. Won't take it. Here's an NBA three-pointer. No good. McGinnis had the rebound saved by them. She missed the shot. There's McGinnis. She pulls it down. Here come the Lady Wildcats. 3:59 to play in the basketball game. Oak Ridge by 5. Oak Ridge probably will work a little time. Erin McGinnis to Danielle Barnard. The freshman point works it over to Sharp. 3:50 in counting. Oak Ridge by 5. Here's McGinnis. Turning, spinning, driving shot. No good. Missed it. Here's a steal by Mitchell. Ball's on the floor. Picked up. It's a jump ball. Oak Ridge arrow possession. Wildcats get it. Oak Ridge in the lead by 5 against the number 1 ranked team in the state. 44-39. This team beat Shelbyville last week on this floor.
David, right there, our All-American Erin McGinnis was on the floor scrapping for a basketball. That's really something to be respected of her. She's a great basketball player.
Ball knocked out on the inbounds by Miranda Moore. Oak Ridge with it in the lead by 5, 44-39. 3:40 to play in one of these two great team seasons. Oak Ridge to work it in. Barnard fires it in to Sharp. Leah for 3. Nail in the coffin. Good. Sharp. Guns at home. And Oak Ridge leads by 8. 3.5 minutes to play. Here comes White County down the floor. Here's a steal by McGinnis. McGinnis has the basketball. Oak Ridge with the lead. 47-39. White County. 3:29 and counting. White County. Here's McGinnis driving. Layup. Will it count? I don't believe so. She was fouled on the floor. Our favorite official makes the call. And White County, their team in disbelief. Already some tears beginning to flow from the White County Warriorettes. They can't believe it. They haven't lost to a team yet in the state of Tennessee. They have not lost to a team from Tennessee, and they'll call a timeout. We'll take one ourselves. Back in 60 seconds. Back here at the Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, the Lady Wildcats on top by 8, 47-39, and Oak Ridge will be shooting free throws. It'll be the All-American, Miss Basketball, Erin McGinnis will have the one in the bonus. Let's see what she's made of here. She goes to the free throw line. Oak Ridge 3:17 away from the semifinals. McGinnis guns, good. Nothing but sack. It was good. Oak Ridge on top 48-39. The Lady Wildcats can have their biggest lead if they can knock down the free throw. Miss Basketball for the second consecutive year shoots nothing but net. 10-point Lady Wildcat lead, the biggest lead of the night. Here comes White, taking all kinds of time, and there's a 3-second lane violation called against White County. White County, the number 1 ranked team in the state, top 10 in the nation, trailing by 10. We're under 3 minutes to play. The Wildcats turn it over, and then they turn it over. Oak Ridge will get the basketball. Our favorite official makes the call.
First time tonight, David. And if you were the Lady Wildcats, what would you be doing right now?
Oak Ridge does not do a good job when they don't attack. I would continue to attack as the Lady Wildcats attack this press. Keisha Mitchell to Barnard. Barnard to Mitchell. Mitchell cross court, great pass to McGinnis. McGinnis pulls up. Inside Bird, layup, 12-point lead. Good. Oak Ridge on top 51-39. The number 1 ranked team in the state who's beaten Shelbyville last week, beat Bradley to get here. They're on the ropes. 2.5 minutes to play. They throw the ball away. White County is heading home. White County is heading home from the state tournament. The Wildcats will advance to play Dixon County if they can hold on to a 12-point lead in 2.5 minutes. Here comes McGinnis. The Lady Wildcats working in. The number 1 ranked team in the state is on the ropes. Sharp with the basketball in the rear court. Fires it over to Bird. Bird a layup. Here she comes. Layup off the glass. Good. Oak Ridge has sent White County packing again. White County, perennial chokers when they get to the state tournament, going down to defeat tonight. 2:15 to play. 14-point Lady Wildcat lead. White County guns the 3. Clang off the iron. No good. On the rebound it comes to Bird. White County's heading back to Sparta. The bus is warming up right now as a personal foul is called against the Warriorettes. White County has not lost to a team in the state all year, but they're going to go down to defeat tonight. 2 minutes to play. Oak Ridge will play Dixon County tomorrow night at 8 o'clock here at the Murphy Center.
David, I think I just saw the bus driver run out the door. I think he's going to start the bus right now. I hope the Lady Wildcats can hold on.
There's a lot of reserve tickets that will be being sold outside of this place because they have got every reserve seat sold at this arena. Here comes Miranda Moore. She works it out for a three. Here it comes. Clang! Off the iron, no good, and a foul's called. Miranda Moore is foul. Foul, her fourth time of the game. A minute 47 to play. The tears are beginning to flow from the White County players' eyes as the Lady Wildcats are headed to the semifinals and the Final Four. And Gene Caldwell, State Representative, thank you very much for your contribution and the rights fee for the telecast of this ball game. It's been worthwhile. What a great game here tonight. The Lady Wildcats have seen the Warriorettes choke down the stretch.
David, choke is right, and we're seeing while Erin McGinnis is Mrs. Basketball, Miranda Moore had a pretty good first half, 0 points in the fourth quarter. That is why Erin McGinnis is Mrs. Basketball. She's played huge the fourth quarter. She's now got 6 points in the fourth quarter. That is why she is Miss Basketball in Tennessee.
One shot. Missed that time by McGinnis. On the rebound, Leah Sharp. Lady Wildcats with the basketball, headed for the win. A 15-point lead. When was the last time the White County scored? They have only scored 4 points here in the fourth quarter. And once again, White County, who will lose. They have been to this tournament so many times. In '93, they lost a first round to Henry County. In '94, they lost a first round to Franklin. In last year's state tournament, Oak Ridge defeated them 63-60 in the semifinals. And Steve Holland, in his fourth year, will see his team go down to defeat as Brandy Long misses a free throw. Jill Pruden's Lady Wildcats headed for the semifinals in a game against Dixon County. What a turnaround in the fourth quarter for the Lady Wildcats.
180 degrees to be exact, David. They played all right the first half. They played exceptional Oak Ridge Lady Wildcat basketball the second half.
Here comes White County. We're down to a minute and a half to play in their season. Miranda Moore goes in for the shot, blocked by McGinnis. Taken away and knocked out by Oak Ridge. It'll be White County, the team that came in with no losses to a Tennessee team, going down to defeat. They trail by 16 points now. A minute 30 to play in their season. With the basketball, Danielle Webb. Off it goes to Sims. Sims out to the top. Swings it around to the right for a three-pointer. Guess what that hits? Nothing but iron and glass. No good. On the rebound will come Leah Sharp. Sharp fires it over to Brandy Long. 1:17 to go. Here's Erin McGinnis. The Lady Wildcats will play Dixon County at 8 o'clock tomorrow night here at the Murphy Center. They knocked off Father Ryan tonight, 46-41, and that's the fifth personal foul on number 40, Miranda Moore, and Miss Basketball finalist will watch the rest of her career on the sidelines. The Lady Wildcats on top, 55-39. Oak Ridge has sent White County packing. They have not won a state championship since 1929. They're going to have to wait till next year. Back to the free throw line will go Oak Ridge's Erin McGinnis. In fact, every single year they cruise through the regular season, they go through their tournaments. When they play somebody tough, down they go at the tournament.
Choke, choke, choke. That's the word I think of right now. They play a good regular season, but when it comes to big games, they won the district and the region. They can't win the state tournament, and that's where it counts, David. State tournament ball games.
Big shot earlier by Leah Sharp, which I think was a big key. Defensively, the Lady Wildcats have been on it all night. McGinnis missed basketball for the second consecutive year. 2 more free throws, and Oak Ridge's lead is 18. It's academic now. Here comes White County down the floor. Their season moments away from ending again at Murfreesboro. Down the floor it comes to number 44, Mitchell. Shot, and they miss another one. On the rebound, Leah Bird. Leah Bird and the Lady Wildcats. Oak Ridge will be here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. As a whistle blows, it's going to be a jump ball. It'll be their possession arrow. Once again, we'd like to thank State Representative Gene Caldwell for supporting us on our rights fees. They charge a lot of money to videotape ball games, and he paid the entire rights fee for tonight. Jackson Square Pharmacy has paid for tomorrow night's Dixon County game, so we'd like to thank them. Here comes a shot off the glass, good. Jackson Square Pharmacy paying for tomorrow's game, and I'm just happy there is a tomorrow. Lady Wildcat fans beginning to yell once again as we're down to under a minute to play. What a fourth quarter. Mitchell, Bird, layup, good. Oak Ridge continuing to pile them up here. 59-41, and the upset, which nobody thought would happen, has taken place here. Here's a three-point, good, by White County. Too little, too late. Here's McGinnis. McGinnis down the floor. We're 20 seconds away from the semifinals. Lady Wildcats On top, 59-44. Brandy Long brings it down the floor to Leah Bird. One dribble, one shot off the glass, good. Oak Ridge on top now, 61-44. White County season ends in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oak Ridge has won this ball game by a final score of 61-46. White County ends yet another season here at the state tournament as the Lady Wildcats of Oak Ridge, Tennessee advance to play Dixon County. They close out their year 32-2, and the Lady Wildcats are headed to the semifinals. White County heading it on back to Sparta.
Goodbye, White County. They played a pretty good game, but they choked when it was time for them to play big. They fell apart the fourth quarter. That's the only place you win the ball game is fourth quarter. Everything before that, it was basically a tie game. They tied it up the first possession in the fourth quarter, and then after that, they just fell apart, David. I mean, completely fell apart.
There are probably about 2,000 people in this arena right now that are going to be selling tickets outside of this gymnasium or this arena here in a few short moments, as the Lady Wildcats have just done what they've had to do, and they just beat White County's brains out here in the fourth quarter, 61-46.
David, those reserve seats, they might just march on around the oval because there's about 2,000 or 3,000 Oak Ridge fans, and I am sure they would be glad to buy those tickets from them. Maybe at a less of a price, though, because, you know, we beat them and everything, and that's just good sportsmanship.
I don't know if we'll get a chance to talk with Coach Jill Pruden because the fact Shelbyville is taken to the floor here. They'll be taking on Memphis Hamilton, and boy, they look very athletic as I look at them out on the floor here. But I'm not sure if we will, because if another radio station needs to move in and take our place, we have to move to get out of the way for them. We're going to take a break here. Oak Ridge has defeated the #1 team in the state, a top 10 nationally ranked team, 61-46. White County once again comes to the state tournament, and once again they go home before they win a title. It's been since 1929 since White County won a title. They've played in state championship games here, never can win the big one. 61-46.